Well, today we are going to do something about surface labeling. So we come surface labeling, then adding a boundary. I think adding a boundary is easy, but surface labeling is much more better. Then also doing some surface edits before we proceed to the next class. So a surface label, our surface here, it is a 2m 5m 5 meters contour interval. With this is the boundary. Let us change its property to what? To 1 meter 5 meter contour interval. So we come here and we select design or any of our choice. Boom. Here we get more contours in our drawing. So adding a label, we just select the surface, and then we go to labels here at the contextual ribbon, top left of the contextual ribbon. So we add surface labels. Then here we specify a surface. Do you want to add a slope? No, we want to add maybe a contour line. Yes, major, minor, we click add. Then we select the contour line here, and boom, it gives us the elevation of this contour. We click here, it gives us the elevation of this contour. You get? You keep on clicking on each and every contour as it gives you the elevation. That is the surface label. Then we can also add a slope. In terms of maybe percentage, we come and add click. Then the command line is saying create slope or labels 1 point. We want 2 points. 2 points means click at 1 point, then click at the other. It will calculate for you the slope. So when you click here and we click here, it tells us that the slope here, it is negative 10%, which is quite steepy. When we click here, it gives us negative 15%. When we click here and we click here, it gives us 0.7%. So it means maybe a road could be here, there could be an embankment here. Then if we select another spot level, yes, this is the style we want to appear, and this is the marker style. So we click add, we get an elevation of this point. We click an elevation of that point. We click an elevation of that point. You get? So you can keep on exploring more. We have spot level on grid, contours multiple at interval, etc. So you should really explore the surface labeling more by selecting the surface. Then you go to the contextual ribbon that appears, then you display whatever you want to display. So I think that's all for the surface labeling. That is surface labeling, giving a surface labels. You want to inquire what is really here. Is there a sloping? Is this surface slopy over? As we have seen, this side, when you drop here water is going to go this side because of the difference in elevation. Likewise here, when you drop here water, it will go the other side. This one, this side. I think that's all for this surface labeling. Perhaps you can explore more on your own. Let me delete this. Select similar, then I click delete. They have disappeared. So our next on our agenda is the surface editing. This is your assignment. Surface editing, okay? Yeah. So our next agenda is creating an alignment. We are going to cover these points. So now, drawing an alignment is a very wise tool or object in Civil 3D. Like if you want to design a road, the number one thing you have to determine is the alignment, because it is from the alignment that other objects are created. Take for instance the lane, the shoulder, the daylight, the girders, the lights on the road. Each and everything is based on the alignment. So there are very many ways of creating an alignment. So we are are going to go with your points. So I'm going to hide these other points here, the ones of spot height. I'm going to come to point group, see, point groups here. Then I click elevation only, I say none. Then this one I say none. But I think no, let me just isolate these points like we did yesterday. So isolating, I'm going to go to our point group. I'm going to go our point group here. I select point group CL. I click select. Then I right click in the model space. Then I say isolate object, isolate selected objects. So now our points have been isolated. So it's going to be very easy for us to connect these points than when it was with the other points. Now, when you study these points, they are in a straight line, very straight line, right?
Right.
So we are just going to draw a line. We select a polyline. We are going to type in the command line PL. Say enter. This is a bit slow. What's wrong? We are going to click here polyline command. Then I click on this point. Then I click on the last point. This alignment is the one we are really doing what we are going to propose. Why? Because it will be a smooth line. You see, when the surveyor was picking points, he wasn't keeping a straight line. He was picking at approximately a straight line. So you see, this is a bit out but very close. This is out but very close. This is out but very close. This is almost. You get? When the surveyor is picking, he doesn't keep a straight line. But for us, we are going to design a new alignment that is going to be very straight. This alignment does not have anything like a curve. You see, these points are a bit off. These ones are a bit off a bit, but not so much. You see? So after drawing a polyline like this, we are going to create an alignment from objects. So to create an alignment from objects, we go to the home tab. Then we access the create design panel. Then we go to alignment tool up here. So we click, we come here and we say create alignment from objects. Each and everything in Civil 3D is called an object. So we are going to click create alignment from objects, and the command line is going to tell us select the line, the first line, arc, polyline, or reference. Since we have a polyline, we are going to select it. After selecting it once, we are going to right click to accept the selection. Now Civil 3D is going to give us a prompt that should we accept this direction of the alignment or we reverse. When we reverse, this arrow is going to go this side. It's going to mean that if we reverse, our 0.00, the start of alignment is going to be this side. But if we keep the current direction of the Civil 3D, our 0.00 is going to be this side. So if we keep the direction in that sense, we are going to press enter. After pressing enter, we are greeted by this dialog box, whereby here we give the alignment a name. Take for instance, I don't know which road is this, maybe Mbale ABC road. Okay. Now the type of this alignment is center line. You can, if you have words, you can add here the description. Then here we have the general information about this alignment. You see, if we had a parcel, we could assign it to a site. Then the alignment style, let's keep the proposed one. Then this is the layer on which it's going to ride. Then are we going to add labels or no labels? Let us add labels. I think let's put the major and minor. Since we don't have a curve, we can just uncheck this. But if we had curves, we could just leave it like that. Then we click OK. We click OK. We give it a second, and our alignment appears. It's starting, meaning you see we have 0, 4, 420, 440. It means our alignment is starting from this side as going the other side. You get it? So that is one method of creating an alignment. Then the second method of creating an alignment is you come to the alignment, home tab, create design panel, alignment. Then we click on alignment creation tools. After clicking on alignment creation tools, we are going to give our alignment a name, maybe DDDD. This is an example, just get. We are greeted with the same options. We have the site, but we don't have any site. We have the style. Then we have all labels. Then we have this option here that I will talk about later, about the design criteria. I'll talk about it later. Then after that, you click OK. Now we are greeted with this alignment layout toolbox. We have a lot of functions that we can do on this alignment. Remember, this is an example away from our work. This is our work, so I'm just going to demonstrate to you this other tool. This is method 2. Okay, so you come here at the first and you expand it. You come to this second one called option called straight with curves. Draw an alignment straight with curves. So you click it. After clicking it, it says specify start point. You click here. Specify second point. Next point, you click here. Next point, have you seen with curve? Are you seeing a curve that it's coming there? Are you seeing that curve there?
Yes, I'm seeing.
Are you seeing another curve there? Yes. Then I end the alignment. You see this one, this option, this second option here has curves. But now when you click on an option which does not have curves, you are going to just draw. You see a curve is not coming. You see a curve is not coming. This one does not have a curve, but this one have curves. So it is always better to select this second option here. But also the first option is better because you can add in curves later, like I'm going to do now. To add in curves on this one, I'm going to come to this option here, add fixed curves 3 points. I'm going to expand it. Then I come to free curve fillets between 2 elements. Have you seen this option here? You click it. Then after that, the command line is going to say select element before to attach to. Then I'm going to select this element here. Then select element after to attach to. I select this element. Then it's going to give me an option of a curve. Are you seeing how the curve is flowing? You see the curve? Are you seeing it? This thing coming in and out where my cursor is.
I'm seeing the curve.
Now when I'm satisfied with that position, I click it, boom, and my curve is there. Likewise, I'm going also to select this point. I also select this point, and it gives me a curve. And you see, now I'm done with my alignment. Have you seen? Have you seen that this one has a curve? This one also has a curve.
Yes. I've seen.
So I hope I'm well understood there. Then I have another option whereby you can just draw lines, then you add curves later. You can come here and select add fixed straight. Click here. These are tangents. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here again. Wait, this one is so This one is so different. Okay. So I've drawn two fixed points, but I want to add a curve there. So I'm going to come back here. I select free curve fillet. I select this tangent here. I select this tangent here. Specify a point through. Okay, let me put a point here. Sananga has refused. Maybe it wants this point. It wants this point, maybe. He has drawn the other side of the curve. But I hope you can now draw an alignment with these few methods I've showed you. We have one method, we have second method, and third method. Okay? You can?
Okay, I can.
Okay. So now after doing that, let me check what is the next. We have drawn curve with no, we have drawn alignment with no curves, alignment with curves, then curve settings. Now, curve settings, if you want to see the more about the curve, we are going to go to this curve here. Still, with our layout tools open, we are going to come to, we have this option here. Are you seeing this option? It's called the sub element editor. So you click this option. After clicking that option, then you come again and click this next option which says pick sub element. You click it and it tells us that select the sub element. The sub element on this alignment is a curve. So we click the curve and we are we are shown more details about this curve. How it is constrained, it's a free curve. We can now further change which type of curve we want here. We can select this one. We can select this option here. We can select very many options, but let us keep free curve. Then parameter constraint lock. Parameter constraint lock, it means you're locking the parameters of the curve. Take for instance the length of the curve, the point of intersection of the curve, and etc. Then at this point we can edit the radius of the curve. Take for instance, we can put there 60 and we see what will happen in the model space. I've input here 60. Keep your eyes in the model space on the curve. So I'm pressing enter and boom. Are you seeing what has happened? Our curve has increased in radius. You get?
I get.
So if we adjust the curve maybe to 70, boom, it still decreases down. So here we are adjusting the parameters of the curve, whereby like if you're working under a head, he will tell you that make this curve of this length and of this radius. So this is how you edit those parameters of the curve. Okay. So I'll close this. Then I also select another. Still I'm in the same mode, but first I'll have to activate this. Then I select this curve here. Boom, we have the same parameters that come. Still in the same mode, I'm going to select this tangent here. When I click it, you see it gives me the XY. This is the X, this is the Y, this is the Z. You get? I don't know why it's not giving A. Are you seeing? The length is here and the direction is here. You see? This alignment layout parameters is very good because it tells you more about a particular entity or a particular element on the alignment, just like we are doing. For this tangent, it has given us the length and everything. For this curve, it has given us more about the curve. So I think that is okay. We are going to go to next. Now PI is called a point of intersection. A point of intersection, point of intersection. You see this tangent and this tangent, there is a point where they meet. That's the point of intersection, right?
Right.
I think you've ever done curves.
I've ever done.
Now if we want to insert a point of intersection here. I'm going to come here using this second option called insert PI IP. Click. I'm going to select another point of intersection here. Or let me first delete this, then I insert one. So I'm going to click this, then I delete. You see, I've deleted the other PI. I want to, maybe let me also delete this one. It has given me a full straight line. So I'm going to insert a PI point. I'm going to click here. You see, a PI point has been created. Now I can add a curve. Maybe let me put it here. Oh, let me first delete this. I delete this. I click here. I select a point here. Now, a surveyor can give you this point of intersection as a reference for you to draw your curve. So you're going to insert this point of intersection. It is at a coordinate. The surveyor will give you XY value. So for you, you're going to insert that point and you plot it. After plotting it, you're going to click here. Then you add a free floating curve. You select this entity. You select this another entity. Then you define the length of your curve. You can put it here. After putting it there, you come and click here and select this pick sub element option. You click this curve and you edit more parameters about this curve. You can say false. After saying false, it has given us options of editing it. So we can increase the radius maybe to 12. You see what is happening in the model space. We can either increase it to 15. Are you seeing how it has changed? We can also increase, change the degree of curvature of the arch. You see, everything is possible with this method. So I've shown you how to delete IP, how to insert IP, how to break IP. PI. Let's see how we can break PI. We are going to come to this option here. This option is for breaking PI, breaking point of intersection. We click it and we pick a point near IP, point of intersection point. So I'm using them interchangeably. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So I'm going to pick a point here, pick another point here. See, I have split this point of intersection. I really don't know what it means, but it splits the point of intersection. You have seen? This and this, just split them into two. So this option here is where we add lines. We have seen it, right? Then this option here is where we add the curves. Most importantly, the options where we are going to be drilling mostly when you're creating alignment is this option and this option. Also this option, and also this option. Much more to say, we have this option and also this option here. Likewise, this option here, this option, when we click it, it opens a window called the panorama window. When we click the panorama window, it gives us much more details about the curve, the properties of the alignment. You see, it has given us a line which is connected to a curve, which is connected to a line, which is connected to a curve, which is connected to a line. And the properties of those elements are given to the right. The length of the curve, the delta angle, the direction of the line, the radius of the curve, the length of the curve, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I think I've exhaustively explained this. We shall later come back to this option here when we are editing more about the alignments. So that is it for that. We have talked about this. We have talked about sub-entity editor. Okay? Yeah?
Yes.
We have talked about the alignment grid view. the one I called the panorama.
Yes.
We have talked about this one here is the alignment grid view. This one here, but most especially it is taken by this name here called the panorama. Are you seeing it to the left? Yeah. So I think for the alignment I've done exhaustively. I've finished the alignment thing. So if I can close this, and I close this, and I delete this here, I delete this, I delete these other ones. I was just demonstrating. So I'm back to our alignment. So our alignment has the alignment major stations. These are minor stations. Major stations. These are minor stations. It's so unfortunate that our alignment does not have a curve. I don't know where you got this data, but we shall go with it. So
From the swamp.
from the swamp.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to also hide this information here of this. I'm going to hide these CL points since we have come up with our best fit alignment. Oh, I think we shall talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me. But no. So that is one option of drawing alignments. Okay. I mean, those are two options. I mean, one was from objects when we drew this polyline, and the second one was from alignment creation tools. Okay. Then we have an option called creating an alignment, create best fit alignment. Take for instance, we have these points here. Let me delete this alignment here. Best fit alignment. Best fit, as the word says, best fit. You remember best line of fit?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I think it is even here. Where is it? I think let us do that. Creation tools, sub entity, delete this. We have touched this. We are going to create offset alignments. Yes. Shall go to alignment properties, the geometry, we add labels, we export to Civil 3, to Excel, and we call it def. So now, best fit, as the word suggests, best fit alignment, we come at the home tab, create design panel, under alignment tool, we click on the option called best fit alignment. Pardon?
Like, yes, I'm getting it.
Now, after clicking on the option of best fit alignment, we are greeted with this dialog box. Up here we are given input data. Our input data, we select cargo points because they are the ones that we have loaded in here. You're seeing them, and here after selecting cargo points, we are told to pick one point group. But if we don't see the point group here selected, we come here on this box. It means pick. We are going to come here and we select all these points. Now after selecting those points, we right click. I've customized my right click. For you on the keyboard, you can hit enter or space bar. Okay? Now here it has given me user selection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this default, and I'm going to give this a name, maybe ABC. If I have a site, I will include the site there. If I want to attach it to a different style, I'll come there and select it. Then I'll add labels if I want. Add labels. Then down here, it's going to give me the spiral type. The spiral type, the best one is circular, but let us go with clothoid. Circular is not there. Then we have these options that show report and label offset. We click OK. After clicking OK, the software itself is going to draw for us the best fit alignment through these points here. And after that, it gives us a report showing the deviation from the original points. As you can see in this column called offset to entry, this one is 1 meter off, 8, 5.5, 0.4, 0.9, 0.1, 0.122 meters. You see, it tried its best to draw the best fit, the best fit alignment through those points that we had imported. So you can export this to Excel by coming here to copy to clipboard, then you open Excel and you paste them. Is that clear? So now, for now, we can close it, and we see this report, the offset deviated. These symbols here. You see here, this is are you seeing this cross here, the red cross? Here it is saying it deviated by almost negative 1 meter off. Then here, negative 0.5 off. You're seeing? Here, 0.4. Here, are you seeing this report here? Here, it is 0.2. So if you're okay with this alignment that is best fit, you can go on with it. So for now, I'm going to delete all these points here. I select one point, then I right click, then I select similar, then after that I click delete. All those markers are gone. So we have drawn something, we have done something on a best fit alignment. So can I give you some few minutes to practice, or we continue?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes.
Can I give you like a few minutes to practice?
Yeah, you give me a few minutes to practice because we have also marathon today.
Okay. So let me. Are you writing?
I'm writing.
But in a very supersonic way.
Yeah, in a supersonic way.
Now let me finish up with the alignment. Then I give you like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me finish up with the best fit alignment. We have done it. So we are going to something called the creating offset alignment. Now, to create an offset alignment, we select this alignment itself. We are greeted with a contextual ribbon as it is shown here. After that, we click on at the launch pad panel. We click on offset alignment. After clicking there, we are given a selection that alignment to offset from. It is ABCD, our original alignment. Now, number of offset on left 1, number to the right is 1, then incremental offset to on the left we put 3 meters. You can change that. Likewise to the right you can change that. So we have general tab, we have the widening criteria, we have create offset profile. These ones we're not going to touch them right now. So we are going to click on general. We go to offset. It is under alignment offset. Going to ride on this layer, and our labels, we're not going to include labels. So we just click OK, and boom, you're seeing our alignment to the left and to the right has been created. This is 3 meters from the center, 3 meters from the center. Then after that we go to alignment properties. Okay, alignment properties, this is just more about the alignment. We are going to come here, we select the alignment, then we right click, then we go to alignment properties, we click them here. We are greeted with this dialog box. We can change very many things from this alignment. We can click and assign this alignment a new style. Okay, we can assign it a new style. But for now, let us end there. We can add a design criteria file to it, like a constraint. You know, a national Uganda Ministry of Roads and Transport has a design criteria. We can add a design speed to this alignment, such that if something is violated, take for instance the radius of the curve is violated, it's going to give us a warning like this, that you know what, here the minimum radius has been violated, please improve on the minimum radius. You get, the tangent to tangent has been violated, please. You see, that's when we are assigning, when we assign a design speed, things change around. So for alignment properties, allow me end there, but most often you're going to interact with them. So alignment style, it is found under alignment properties, as we have just seen. Now, alignment geometry. Alignment geometry, this is the construction of the alignment. We come and click, we come and select the alignment here, then it brings for us the contextual ribbon. Then we access the, under this contextual ribbon of the alignment, we have the modify panel. Then we click on geometry editor, and boom, we are brought the other tools, the layout tools, when we are creating an alignment. And boom, we can add our curves, we can add our points of intersections, we can delete, we can split points of intersections, we can see properties about the alignment, we can further pick more details about the alignment from here. This is picking the sub element option. So
Yes.
so that is done. Then next we have alignment labels. Alignment labels simply tells us the chainage, the numbering, how long is this alignment from 0, 0. Now, from 0, 0 up to this point here of the alignment, it is 780 meters. This is a minor station, this is a major station. Minor station, major station. If you want to add alignment labels, we select the alignment, then we right click. Have you written? After right clicking, we are going to look for an option called the edit alignment labels. When we click the alignment labels, we are greeted with a number of things on the alignment. So right now the minor ticks are there, but they are not shown on the alignment. We can check this box, check this box. It can't be checked, it can't be checked. We can delete all all these, and we click apply, and we click apply. Our alignment now has no labels because we have deleted all of them. Then if you want to bring them, we select the alignment, we right click again, we go to edit alignment labels, and we click, we say major chain edges, we add. Then we select here minor chain edges, we also add. I don't know why this thing does not tick. We can now improve here that increments, let us put increments of maybe 25 meters, and this one let us put increments of 15 meters. Then we click apply, and boom, you're seeing our alignment labels have been added. And we go here, you see this one is 25 meters from this, okay, 25 meters. This is minor station, 15 meters, 15 meters, 15 meters. Minor stations are at 15 meters. These small ticks. I don't know why their labels are not being shown. So now, let me give you some time, and you do something like you draw an alignment. Then thereafter, we shall do these last things, and I will call it off for alignments. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, do something small, and let me know when you're ready. Okay?
All right.
Okay, let me pause.
All right.
So now, when you design your new alignment, you are going to export a report that defines the alignment XYZ points, because the surveyor picked this point and for you have proposed this point. What is the XYZ of this point here? What is the XY? What is the XY? We are going to export alignment coordinates into Excel such that the surveyor can set out those points. Okay? So now that is that calls us to this option of wait, where is it? Increment stationing report with the coordinates. We are going to come to our tool. You see our tool space under the toolbox. We are going to select the toolbox. Then we come to this option called the reports manager. We expand it here. After expanding, we click on, we expand alignments. After expanding alignment, we are going to click on this report here, incremental chainage report, chaining report. After that, if we have curves on that alignment, we can export the information of that curve here. If we have the design criteria, we can also put it there and other description. But for now, if we have PI points, remember I told you the surveyor can give you points of intersection as a report, then it's your role now to mark these points and base your curves on those reports. So we are going to click on incremental chaining report, right click, we click on execute. When we click on execute, we wait a bit, wait. We are greeted with this this dialog box, and this is the report. This is how the report is going to look like. For now, we are not going to include the offset alignment, so we take off this, we take off this. Now, incremental station. In which interval do you want your coordinates to be generated? We shall take 20 and we shall click on create report. And boom, our report has been created. You see, station 00, our new station 00, it has this new coordinate here. It has this new northing and new easting. It has this tangent direction here. When you use a total station and you put in this direction, it can give you, it can tell you that this is the direction of this alignment. And boom, it gives us all the XY values of our alignment we created. It is so unfortunate that we don't have a curve in our alignment, but it would be so really interesting. Maybe next time we shall do an alignment incremental and a PI or IP report for the alignment. So you can copy this and you put it in Excel. You can click Control A, then you copy, then you come here, you open Excel, click here, open Excel. Meanwhile, Excel is opening. We can click done because it has already created for us the report here in it has already created for us this. So we are waiting for Excel, which is not happening, which is not opening. You see that writing is a bit important before you're not going to write. Just watching.
It is a key.
Okay. What's wrong with this Excel? No, it's not opening. Have you bewitched the Excel? Oh, it is here in the background opening. So as Excel is preparing to open, let us be doing this other step here. This one here. exporting alignment data, station and coordinate to MS Excel. That is one way. Then in the second part, we are going to come to the desktop. We right click and we create a new blank Excel file. Click Excel here, then we click maybe ABC. We open this file here. It is a blank Excel file, right? I hope you're writing the steps for this second one here. You open Excel, you create a blank book. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this file. I'm going to click save as. It is blank. Click here save as. Look a place where you want to save the work. Probably I'll put it in this folder of projects. I give it ABCD coordinates. Then I change the file format to CSV, delimited. Then I save. Then after saving, I'm going to close the file, this blank file. I say yes, save. So the first one we had opened, I think has finally opened. So you come here to Excel, open a new blank document. Then you just press Ctrl V, since we had copied it to the clipboard. You remember the first step? Big Youth,
Yes.
you remember the first step where we had
Yes.
copied from Google Chrome, eh?
Control A.
So now we are going to delete these. We are going to delete these. And boom, we can have this report printed. You see, we can now have this report printed and we give the surveyor. Okay, that is option 1. Then this option 2, where I told you prepare a blank Excel booklet and save it in form of a CSV file. Okay, and this is how we do for the step 2. I think you've understood step 1.
I have.
So now we go for step 2. Step 2, we come back to our alignment. We come to this point here, to the home tab, under create ground data, or we can come to the prospector. Then we select points, we right click, we create points. We are going to create points along this alignment that we are going to export to Excel, and we give the surveyor to set out on the ground. So I hope you're familiar with this layout, create points layout toolbox. For that, we are going to come at this point here. We first define our default we define our points defaults. So we are going to come to we are going to expand these three dots here, these three arrows. We click on the default style, I mean point creation. We come prompt for levels, we click here automatic. Prompt for name, we say automatic. Prompt for description, we say automatic. Then the default level, we shall put it 00. Then default description, we are going to put it new centerline, NCL. Then after defining these parameters, we are going to come back to, let me look for the option, I normally fail to get it. We are going to come to 1, 2, 3, this third option, and we click it. Then we click on this option called measure alignment. We are going to click it. After clicking it, it is going to tell us, the command line is going to tell us select alignment. We are going to select this alignment here. After selecting that alignment, it's going to say what is the starting chain edge at the command line here. We are going to put 00 and we put OK. Then what is the ending chain edge? It gives us automatically, because it is smart. It puts that one, this last chain edge of the alignment. Then we hit enter. It is telling us at what offset do we want to create these points. We are going to maintain an offset of 0. An offset is 0, meaning it is going to create exactly at the center line. But now when you specify an offset, it's going to create an offset automatically. It's going to create a point of that offset off from the alignment. So we are going to maintain 0. Then now here it tells us that enter an interval. Now we are going to create these points at an interval of maybe 20 meters. We put 20 meters. We hit enter. After hitting enter, it has already created the points. When we see this word called select alignment, then after there we are going to hit enter to end the operation. Now when we go to our EG, we are seeing some warnings here, but let us not pay attention to them. We are going to come to point group. We right click. We create a new point group. Right click, create new. We are creating a point group that's going to capture the new points that we have created, the ones which have a description of NCL. So here we put NCL. Then here we shall go to include row description matching. We put NCL and we put this multiplication sign. We click apply. Then we come to point list, and boom, our points have been captured here, as you can see. Then you click OK. After clicking OK, and our points have been displayed here on the center line. Are you seeing? This is the original point. This is our new first point. We are going to close also this, and boom, we have our point group here. So the next thing is now exporting these points to Excel, whereby we can give the surveyor to continue with the setting out on the ground. So we are going to select this point group under the tool space prospector. We right click the point group, then we click on export points. Are we together there?
Yeah, we are together.
Are you writing?
I'm writing.
So now export points. When you click on export points, we are greeted with this dialog box. Here it gives us the format on which we want to export the points. You see here we have PNEZD. We can select from this drop down our preferred option, but as for now, let us go with the default, which is PNZE. Then the destination file. Remember the Excel file we created at first? We are going to select that file to house our new points here. So we are going to click on this icon here. Then we look for that file, that Excel file under project. Think it is this one here. Then we click open. After clicking open, then we leave these ones unchecked. And you see here it gives us the point group automatically. Then we click OK. Boom, it will give us a warning that the files that already the points that already exist in our destination file are going to be erased. So for us, we have no problem with it since our Excel file is empty. We are going to click yes, and magic has happened. So to confirm whether those points have gone to the Excel file, you come back to the Excel file, you trace for it. I think, let me trace for it. Let me trace for it. Come here, projects, then you click date modified, ABC coordinates. And boom, have you seen our points have been exported? You see, this is point number, this is northing, this is easting, this is Z, this is description. Are you seeing?
Yes, I'm seeing.
So now, after exporting these files, these points, you can now give the surveyor, and he goes and stakes them down on the ground, and boom, the surveyor has done. You've done your part. You've exported. You've designed the alignment. You've exported the set out points, and boom, the construction now can go on. Okay.
Okay.
So can I give you a few minutes and you demonstrate this?
Yeah, give me, but the problem I'm facing is getting a new Excel, opening a new Excel.
Okay.
You know, I like